Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I think the live streaming started. Yeah, you can start, madam. Go ahead.
Okay. Yesterday we had a topic on forgiveness and releasing the inner burden. Of course, it is a deep subject, as sir told us. It is not an easy thing to forgive as easily as possible. So most of it was yesterday. We did go through the practicals, more of it, and we started the session has started like what happens if we don't release the hurt what we have gone through or going through. So there is a lot of consequences for that. Holding on to that hurt mentally, physically, the negative blocks are going to be there mentally, repetitively you're thinking more of it and not coming out of that loop. And hurt is, of course, inevitable. It will be there, suffering. Keep on thinking, obviously it leads to the suffering, mental suffering too. How to get rid of that is not an easy thing. That's what we we know that, and we came to know yesterday in the topic too. So how to do so? So as verbally we are, yes, I forgive, I they forgive me, I forgive you. That's not the thing actually. That is not the real. When we say that we did forgive verbally, so we have to go deep dive again inside of you, going deep and knowing that whatever happened for a reason, and it has been the soul design to go through that situation. What you need to learn, you have to learn. When you learn automatically, I don't say that that's going to dissolve, but you will be relieved out of that. You won't carry anymore that pain, or you won't carry to that situation anymore. So that is the only way, being in awareness and bringing your energy up by doing the meditations and getting connected to the, again, meditation, cosmic energy, whatever. You have to go through all this and keep up that energy level and know more about being in awareness, know more about it and get resolved or release that through the pain. So what practicals we did yesterday, the more of, yeah, few exercise we did. I list it out what we did in case if you want to write it also. So first, removing illusion in the light of awareness. And are you holding any fixed hurt or fixed ideas about someone in your life? So we recreated everything mentally. Sir did the exercises and we just followed him there. So seeing them through preference, expectations, or judgment. What shifts when you allow them to be as they are? And recalling a moment with the fog of hurt and suddenly lifted by knowing the truth. What does it feel like in your physical body when you're caught in imaginary fear or imaginary hurt versus the spacious and quiet stillness of the at present what you're feeling now? Where in your life do things feel unclear or unsettled right now? Can you stay present with what are, without needing to resolve it? These are the steps Sir went. He went over all the way. So we just did the practicals with him, and we came to the point where is the exact reason, what is the suffering is, why we are holding it to that hurt, and how to release that internally, not verbally. So this is the process we went over yesterday. So doing the meditation, go to the soul level and then resolve that from inside rather than brooding over or thinking repeatedly over it. If you hold on to it, of course physical health is going to be like your negative blockages will lead to any health issue. It leads to the health issues. So instead, go into the deep and resolve it. If you have any questions, let us take it. Let us welcome Anil sir. If Anil sir is already here. Okay. Welcome to the seventh day. Today is the seventh day session.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome to the seventh session seven.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thanks for the cute recap. It's always good to have the recap of yesterday, trying to know where we are, how it is progressing for us. So, how are you all experiencing it? Because this is a direct experience. This is not about doing, this is all about being now. We are into the phase of being, no more doing. So, at the end of day 11, you are enlightened. You have the knowledge, you have the experience to get enlightened. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, while doing that forgiveness releasing, I discovered something inside of me that's hidden worries inside of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing. And then this morning, I make a list of all those hidden worries.
Good.
So I think how I can release those.
Yeah, you can release just
Yeah. So in the same way, I can
same.
release it.
Yeah, in the same way, right? See, the day if you have it as a worry, or it is like something like, hey, it is at the ego space, then we go to the day 5 class, right? Day 5, we spoke about ego, how to release the ego and the fear and the control, right? Day 6, we basically talked about how do I forgive something that I'm holding it, but I'm going through that suffering, that other person is having fun. How do I release that? We did that yesterday, right? So every day, your direct experience will let you take out that specific negativity or the whatever you're holding, right? Whatever the burden that you're carrying, you're gonna let it go. That worry or fear or guilt or shame, whatever it is, right? All of that is gonna go away from your mental space, from your emotional space, from your physical space. Truth does not just take it from one phase, right? It takes it out from the root of it. The entire root will be taken out from your system. That way, you will not have this in the eternity of your lifetime. That's the beauty of truth.
Yeah, mostly the worries are based on the emotion.
Yes.
I I realize that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good man. Thank you very much. So, masters, I think let's get. It's about 8:03 now, so I think we will get started. Madam, are we ready, madam, or we are waiting for more?
We are 22 participants now. Usually we do have 35 or 38 usually we. So
Yeah, I think we can get started. Time is up. Let's get started.
okay.
So we are starting or no?
We are starting.
We are starting. Okay. All right. So one thing I would request you is keep your videos on. Again and again, we are putting that out there. The only reason is your attention, your presence, and your focus is very much required for these sessions. Only when you bring yourself into this session fully aligned, you will experience directly. Enlightenment is not a future thing, my dear masters. Enlightenment is happening now, right now. It is right now in this moment you will get enlightened if you have these direct experiences. Having the knowledge and being are two different things. So try to keep your videos on. That way you're not distracted. Make sure to write down if you have any questions during this. Keep your journals on because we're going to also practice. So yesterday we talked about the forgiveness as an inner, attribute, right? As a awareness, we start look at how forgiveness can help me to get out of what I am holding, right? Today, the focus will be more on self-love. Beyond the state of identity, we're going to talk about self-love, right? What we are all used to, most of the times, what we are all used to is every one of us is used for a conditional ego-based self-love. I'm using these words very choosefully. Conditional ego-based self-love. What does that mean? Is it is basically a external trigger or external condition making me satisfy in my own way because of my identity. I am satisfied in that way. Then I express that out. That is what we are used to. Love is not that. What we are going to do today is we are going to move from this conditional ego based self love to a direct experience of unconditional self acceptance. Unconditional self acceptance is rooted in your awareness. We are going to bring that out today. Practically, we will do exercise to really bring that acceptance, to really be in that state of awareness. Just follow the guidance when we are doing the uh, experience in the meditation. You will be able to go into that state, and then you are in that state to enjoy that energies. Okay. Now, before we get started, like we did yesterday, let's do 2-3 minutes grounded breath awareness. Grounding is very, very important, masters. When you are getting into the deeper state of your awareness, let us become the present. Just for 2-3 minutes, just close your eyes, start to observe your breath, return to the present moment. Just the goal of this grounding is to make sure we are shifting your state from doing to being. And from in the state of being, we're going to have the experience of self-love. Just observe your breath. No conditions, nothing, no control, no effort. Just be present in the state of moment. Just be present. Just observe your normal, natural breath. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Please slowly take your hands and put it on your eyes, masters. And gently, whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes and return to your normal being state. Remember, being state. We are not in the doing, we are in the being. awareness. All right. Now let's talk about what is self-love and what is not self-love. Right? What is not self-love? Very simplistically, we spoke about ego-based conditioning that you express to your loved ones, to express to anything and everything that is happening. Right? Ego boosting. I am better than others. When you get a self-imaged improvement in your life, a self-image that you portray yourself and you have a greater status of that, then you probably are looking at it, right? And what is the self-love? That which depends on your success. The way I condition myself with my ego is I look at my success, I look at particular criterias, I look at some kind of an approvals, and I feel like I'm just loving it. If I am living in your expectations, then you are expressing that love to me. Isn't what that is? My kid does something good as I expect him to do. When he does it, I'll say, I love you. When he does it other way around, I'm all over the place. It's a natural thing for all of us, right? So why I have that expectation is that expectation is conditioned, and that condition is owned by your identity and ego. And because of that, as long as my expectations are adhered by my kid in that criteria, in that boundary, I'm saying, yes, I love you. If they are not falling in line, then I'm saying, I don't say I hate him, I say I don't like it. Again, both are ego. So if you put a perspective, what is not a self-love? What self-love is not is no ego boosting whatsoever. You are not having an identity of the ego when you are in the self-love. It is coming from your heart space. Okay? There is no image, there is no expectation whatsoever. There is no status, there is no qualifiers to say, okay, I have to do this because I really love it. Any kind of improvements you are not looking at. By saying so, I may get something else. No, there is no condition there. And it is not dependent on success, nor any type of criteria or qualification or validation or any type of approvals it needed. It is accepting that which is in front of you as it is. Whether that is a condition, situation, event, a person, activity, a incident, if you are able to accept it as it is without any condition, that is self-love. That can only come from your heart space, in the space of awareness. And it is not only that this self-love is coming for others outside. You also have to have that self-love for yourself. Self-love is a complete acceptance of yourself as you are in this very moment. That is self-love. So if I am trying to put some kind of a condition, I'm trying to create a scenario where, okay, here are the things I look at it, whether inside of me or outside of me. If I fall in those criterias, if I pass in those selections, then I say, okay, I love myself, I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it, but that is all ego having it. A self-love does not look for condition, it just accepts it. You are accepting as it is. It may not fall to your expectations, but you accept the situation. Like we were talking earlier in the other session, right? Your kid wants to go and do dancing and you want him to get a academic graduation. You are accepting that dancing is an okay profession as it is, no conditions whatsoever. That is love. Love is accepting without conditions. It is a way of you expressing. That is a pure energy exchange that happens. When that pure energy exchange happens, Each of us get benefited by that because that is happening in the state of awareness, in the state of being. So don't try to look at truth as something outside of it. Love is truth, truth is love. They both are inseparable. So what happens when I express the love through ego? Why it is not the real love is because when something is achieved by someone and you clap on it and say, hey, I love it, that is ego based because there is a condition there. When condition is there, there is pressure, there is tension, there is fear. There is an opportunity to have all that. What if he is not going to make it? Right? That unknown factor is always there. That is not true love. What is true love is basically there is a peace, there is freedom because it is in the awareness and you are accepting without any conditions. What happens is you are free. There is no karmic bond there. You have released it. That is why true love is the highest energy that is available on the earthly plane. And one mantra to remember for true love is if your self-love depends on anything, please note it down. If your self-love depends on anything, it is not a true self-love, period. You don't need anything else. That alone is your thing. If it is dependent on anything, any condition, then that is not it. So in our profession, as a core, if you really look at it, I have a role to play as a parent. I have a role to play at my work as a professional. I have some achievements that I have in my life. I have some failures, that certain things I'm trying to look at it. I have a overall personality, right? This is what my identity is all about. If my love is based upon these identities, if I am expressing, right? If I am expressing that movement of condition, saying that, hey, I love this role, I love this failure, I love this personality, I love whatever I'm trying to do, then you are trying to do it with identity, which is an ego space. But then if I am expressing the love as love, where is that happening? It is the awareness in which all identities are appearing is the true love. Where is the true self? The true self is where my identity is appearing. The space in which my identities like roles, my achievements, my failures, my personality, my me factor is appearing, that is awareness. That awareness is the true self. Right? If you are trying to love an identity, you are not in the core truth. That is not truth at all. Then what is truth? There is something beyond. If you are able to realize that beyond that identity, there is something else. Realizing that you are beyond that, that is the core truth. And that's why we are doing it every day in one shift or other, trying to practice to get to that awareness. It is the practice that you are doing is not to practice awareness. You cannot practice awareness. You have to realize awareness is there already, right? You got to realize that. What we are practicing is trying to get into that movement where you are that. If I'm saying I am that, I am that I am, we are not able to express that. We are not able to feel I am that I am. I'm not able to experience. I can talk about it, but I'm not able to experience it. Every single day we are experiencing I am that I am using some form of medium. One day we used fear as a medium. Other day we used forgiveness as a medium. In the earlier class, we talked about guilt as an opportunity to go there. How worries bother us, right? Suffering can be a factor. Emotion can be a factor. We used different mediums to get to that I am that I am. And I am that I am is a direct experience that each of us have gone through it in the process of that exercise. That's why it is very important that you have to distinguish. Whenever you are I am that I am, you are weakening your whatever illusions. Whatever that illusion, I don't want to name that, right? It can be anything. Whatever may be that illusion that you are carrying, you are weakening that. You are dissolving that illusion. So start accepting the fact that I have to be the one doing it. You are not the one doing it. There is someone else doing it. You are the one watching it. Okay. So there is also a myth here, right? You have to also look at it. When I am looking at inner acceptance as part of my self-love, you also need to understand that there is also a confusion that many of us go through it, that hey, my self-love, like, is ego admiration. It is never ego admiration. You are not doing the love at the state of identity or ego. Okay, it cannot be an ego admiration. It is above that. There is no performance, there is no character, there is no identity, there is absolutely no condition whatsoever, external or internal. At that level, if you are expressing that love as pure love as an expression, if it is coming to you, then that is the self-love, true self-love. That's the most important thing. And that itself is truth. Truth is no different than that. When you are in that state, the only thing that you can express is love, compassion, gratitude. All the higher energies, whatever we are talking about, everything is at that state of awareness. That's why awareness is the most important thing. I want to know about I am. I wanted to get into the state of I am that I am. Is not how you get there. By repeating I am, you're not going to get there. I am is not a mantra. I am is not there in the doing. I am is the source of everything. It's a primordial source of everything. Everything is in that I am. If I put I am as a space, whatever my thing, my view of it, my body, my emotions, my mind, my intelligence, everything is in the space of I am. I am that I am. You are that space, what you are looking for. Right now, I do not have that experience. I am getting carried away. See, whenever we say, okay, you are getting thought, you say that I got a thought. You never got a thought. Thought was there. You are you're not a thinker. You are the seer of the thought. Thought came to you, you are seeing it. If that difference is maintained, then you are fine. But you are saying that I am the one thinking it, then you lost it. Your identity is lost at that point. Same thing, I am going through an emotion. You don't go through the emotion. Emotion comes, emotion arises, you see it. In the space, it comes, it goes. Every emotion comes and goes. Every thought comes and goes. Every action comes and goes. But in that space, you are the space. And that is what we are trying to get to. Because when you are in that space, nothing can come close to you. In the regular, uh, uh, medical world, or in any other kind of therapies that you do, any counselings that you go, what happens? They are working on the thought. They are working on the mind. They are working on the intelligence. They are working on the emotion. They are working on the body, assuming you are body, you are emotion, you are mind. But the truth is, none of these are you. Then why are you working on those three? That's why they are not permanent cure. They can only take you so far. After some point, you will fall back on your own knees. And you'll start to realize, okay, whatever I did, it went, but it's coming back now. It is bound to come back, because the root of the eradication has not happened. You are already identified with the false identity, with the whatever is happening to the false identity, and you are trying to fix to that false identity. What we are saying in the truth is that you are not to be identified with whatever is happening. You are supposed to be the watcher. You are supposed to be the witness. You are supposed to be the awareness. So whatever may happen, the suffering is happening to the mind, suffering is happening to the body, suffering is happening to whatever that emotion, that is the one that is going through. You are the one watching that suffering. You cannot be touched. That is you. So where is the question of fixing? There is no question of fixing. It is shifting. That's why self-love is most important. What self-love does, the moment you bring that, we will practice it now, right? We will see the false self as to how it works, how your chemical reaction happens in the body. Then we'll go into the real self-love as a being, and then we'll do the expression of self-love, how you release it. We'll practice that. Are you all ready? Okay. Please take off your glasses. This is a very good practical way to experience truth as it stands. Okay. This is a direct experience, masters. So please pay attention to my guidance. We're just gonna take you through this process of identifying and disidentifying. One, identifying is a doing aspect, which is your ego, the false self. The other is going to be the real self. Okay. So let us do the self-image reflection. It's very simple. We don't want to over-engineer this. We just want to keep it very simple. Seeing your false self. Okay. Just close your eyes. Just bring your attention to your normal, natural breath. Again, you are not doing it. It is happening. You are observing it. You're just observing it. So let's define your reflection of self-image. Okay. Just ask yourself, how do I define myself? Just ask yourself. Very, very coolly, just put a statement out there. How do I define myself? Like you may say, I'm successful, I'm I'm not good enough, I'm so kind, I'm a very pious person. Recognize to see how do you define yourself. Just be in that state. You may also identify multiple things. Say I'm a successful, but I am also, a very kind person, or when I'm a charitable person, whatever those one, two things that you get. As you bring them into your reflection, just ask, is this always a truth? Whatever you just identified yourself, is this always true? A simple question. Is this always true? Does this change over time? This is a pure reflection exercise, masters. Does this change over time? Just pose that question to yourself. Very important. Be in that. Is this always true? Whatever you define yourself, does this change over time? So the realization here is, if it changes for any reason, if what you have defined yourself changes for any reason, then it is not you, the real you. Here, you will begin to lose your identification. So far, you have been identified with your false self. What you looked at yourself is something true always or changes in time, then that is not the real you. Then what that means is that's false identity. Now let us switch the gear to have a direct experience. Now, for us to get the direct self experience, let us observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, just observe them. We have to go into that awareness. Just observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, observe your breath, just slowly, just a minute or two, just observe. Become the observer. Now, gently ask the question, who is aware of thoughts? Who is aware of thoughts? Who is aware of emotions? Just gently create that gap between awareness and everything else. Who is aware of thoughts? Who is aware of emotions? Just ask the question. When you ask the question, you shift into the awareness. Just be in that awareness. Stay as that awareness. Just be there. No labels, no identity. Just the pure presence. You are just there. Hold on to that awareness. Don't slip. If you are able to stay in that awareness, then this awareness is nothing but the self beyond your identity. Earlier, we experienced false identity. Now, you are experiencing the real identity beyond the false identity, which is the self itself, the true self. Even for a few seconds, if you are able to stay in that awareness, then you have just experienced the true self. What masters, grandmasters are living in that space. Now, what we'll do is we'll move to self love as acceptance. We're going to shift the exercise to self love as acceptance. Just close, be in the state, just slowly. What we're going to do now is slowly come back and look at your inner judgment. Bring something in your inner space that is reflecting you. Bring something you don't like about yourself. Just what you don't like about yourself. Just bring something. We are doing self love as acceptance. So bring something that you don't like about yourself. Examples can be failures, some mistakes, weaknesses, carrying forward movements, emotional, mental, physical, anything, doesn't matter. So when you bring something that you don't like yourself, observe your state of reaction. Is there a resistance within you? Are you experiencing any resistance within you? Are you feeling any guilt? Are you feeling shame? How is your reaction? Just observe that. It is important that you observe the reaction so that you know what you are working on. As you observe your reaction now, let us shift into that acceptance phase. So gently ask yourself, can you allow this part of you just as it is for you? Can you stop fighting yourself in that state of resistance? Just ask yourself, can you allow this part of you just as it is, allowing that space to exist? Can you stop fighting yourself? Just don't fight it. Just allow it to be there in the space. Now just express it. Just tell yourself, I accept myself as I am. Just a pure affirm yourself. I accept myself as I am. I am fully aware in the moment. I don't need to change to prove you are as you are. You are good. Just affirm yourself. I accept myself as I am. As you gently stop fighting it, you are fully aware in this moment and accept the change as it stands. No conflict, no fighting, no resistance, no reaction, no judgment, just a pure awareness at its play. The conflict whatsoever. As you accept it, you will start to see that your self-love, basically what you experience now, is a non-resistance to your own self. There was absolutely no resistance whatsoever. You just let it happen and let it go. Self-love as acceptance. Such a beautiful way to release. Very important to have that acceptance. Just release. Expression of self-love. Any mental activity, any emotional activity blocks the state of awareness. Just drop the identity, just be there. Self-love through true self. Just be there. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly, whenever you're ready, at your pace, open your eyes and look at your eyes. Take your own time. So as you experienced self-love and awareness with acceptance, you can text how you felt in the chat. So what we just went through this exercise is basically you have experienced that self-love as awareness. Awareness is the highest form of self-love. That's what you have just experienced. When you get into that state and you let loose everything and you say that, okay, I'm okay to let go, whatever that you are holding on, whatever you brought in that belief as this thing I do not like myself, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna believe in it. I'm gonna accept it. So what you're doing is you're coming into the state of awareness. Awareness itself is the highest form of self-love. Why it is like that is awareness does not judge. Awareness does not reject. Awareness allows everything to pass. That's why it is the self-love. It's expression. When you are aware, you are already loving yourself. So you don't need to start to look at it saying that, am I able to let it go? Am I able to look at this? Am I able to bring it on? This is all happening at the identity level. The moment you cross that identity and you say that I'm going to let it pass, now you became that awareness. Awareness means you're not judging, you're not rejecting, you're just letting it to pass, allowing it everything to pass. So again, the core concept here is for you to be in that state of awareness, for you to be able to accept whatever is going on within you, right? Hey, I don't like this part of me. Am I able to accept it? If you are in the awareness, you are able to accept it. First of all, you need to tell to yourself, okay, I want to accept it. I wanted to do this. You just come here, you recognize what is that you don't want to do. You create a space or a gap between you and that identity, whatever it is. And then as awareness, you look at it and you say, okay, I'm going to release it. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to pass. It is going to pass. A simple affirmation of 1 second command will take away that whole negative, whatever that burden that you're holding on that particular thing about you. It works wonders, awareness. So every day, as you reflect on this awareness, how do I need to look at myself? What identity was I holding? Ask these questions. Please ask these questions every single day for yourself. As you practice this, as you get to that awareness, meditation, I am going into awareness, that is fine. Even outside of meditation, you should be in the awareness. That's the goal, right? The quality of your meditation is only known when you are outside of meditation, not when you are in the meditation. That outside of meditation will help you to understand how you are, because you are in that state of awareness even outside. That is what you are trying to get. What identity was I holding? Right? What happens when I let it go? Remember it, write it down, pen it down. If you pen it down, you will have it. How do I feel in pure awareness? What feeling you have when you are in the pure awareness? When you experience that pure awareness, how did you feel? What did you feel? Right? So, where I'm going with this is whether you are conditioned to love someone or you are becoming a lovable party for others, you don't need to become that lovable identity. That's what this session, right? The session is not about you trying to become that. You are the love itself. When your identity drops, the question is, how many times are you able to drop your identity when you are in the state of awareness? When you are practicing that, hey, I want to be dropping my identity, how many times are you able to drop in your daytime? Yeah, meditation, you are doing that as a conscious effort, but outside of it, when everything is working, are you able to drop that identity? When you are able to drop the identity, when you are in that awareness itself is self-love. So you love itself. And that is the reason it is always important for us to start to recognize that, okay, there is something like this. Instead of you going and trying to counsel yourself to say that, okay, I'm not able to accept this situation, I'm not able to get out of this particular condition, I'm not able to accept this person because of the conflict. Instead of trying to work on the false identity itself, when you drop the identity, then you become the awareness. When you are in that state of awareness, that thing what you're holding cannot exist anymore because it's gone. So the self-awareness, how do you bring that on? Whenever its judgment arises for you, you should remember to ask the question, who is aware of this? Right? And acceptance. Here we are doing an acceptance, right? Self-love as acceptance. In the self-love as acceptance, whenever you are trying to judge, okay, when a self-judgment comes to you, and then you say, who is aware of this? Then in acceptance, you should say, it can be allowed. It is okay. It is absolutely fine. You are not fighting. You are not conflicting. You are not creating any kind of different parities. You are just allowing as it to happen as it is. That's it. Whatever that is. There is something called, if you are familiar with the mirror practice, I don't know how many of you have heard about mirror practice. It is a beautiful way to self-reflect your own body. Look at the mirror and then you say, I love my body. I love my eyes. You put your eyes like this and I love my eyes. If others are looking at it, they'll feel like you got mad or crazy, Don't do it, when others are there. When you are alone, in your private time, you do that. What you feel is, I accept myself completely. That's self-love. No conditions whatsoever. However you look, however you feel, however you express, whatever may be the conditions or three, four things happening to you, it doesn't really matter. Just accept yourself completely. That is self-love. No conditions. So it is, one of the best practices. Mirror practice is the best one that, lot of, in how do I self-love myself, right? In Louise Hay's, book also, right? She talks about mirror practice as one of the best ways to kind of, take you as you are, right? And then I wanted to also give you this few levers here, right? It is absolutely, you have to be absolutely clear that mind will reject this. Mind is going to play a role here. Right now, you are present, you are grounded, you have full positive energy. In this session, you are able to accept it. But outside of this, for you to be able to, recall it and be there, your mind will reject it. I have flaws. You don't have this. Here are the 10 things you have gaps. We just spoke about it yesterday that you don't have this. Why are you standing and saying that completely accept? Right? Drama will be there. Remember that. Yes, acceptance means includes everything, include your mind rejections as well. Accept that also. Right? And when you are accepting, in the state of accepting, you are not, it is not a self-indulgent exercise that you are trying to do. Remember, when you are in the state of that acceptance, growth happens in a very naturally. Because in that acceptance, you are in the awareness. You are 100% aware. In that awareness, there is a growth that happens very naturally. And in the process of that acceptance, you can also have an emotional, a pain can come to you. You may recall that, okay, a shame may surface on your face saying that, or a guilt may come to you saying that I did not do this. Because when you are accepting completely with awareness that I am completely, accepting, even that you should allow, because that is healing. In that awareness, when you are doing it, if something is coming from your emotional space or mental space, accept that also. Let it work. Let the awareness also Release those things, whatever you are holding, mental, physical, and emotional. So ideally, where I was going is your identity will try to return. Identity will try to come back whenever you are trying to accept yourself. Saying that it will feel that it is you are threatening me. You are threatening me. You're like you are not allowing me to do my thing. I'm going into the unknown space of acceptance. I don't want it. I want this known space where identity is always there. I can see this, right? Your identity will start to return. But what we have to remember is even my identity is returning in that very moment, I will return back to my awareness. Because it is only in that awareness I am able to cleanse everything. I'm able to be myself. I'm able to be in the state of being. So awareness is the fruit of everything, not the identity. Even the identity comes back to you, you should be able to go back. Don't lose the patience. This is a patient. You need all you need is patience here. When you are accepting yourself, you need to be patient because your emotionally things will come to you. Your mind will bring the identity. Your mind will try to pull things from your past, without letting you accept it. Your body will try to react differently. Your I will like this, something like that might happen. I'm just saying that it is an expression. Body is nothing but an expression of your inner emotion, right? So it can happen. Let it happen. But you just keep your awareness and then you bring all that and say, okay, I accept. This too shall be accepted. That's how you get that self-love within you. And then it'll automatically work. From that point, there is nothing for you to recognize. It just happens on its own. Right. So so recognize that that your false self identities are the root cause of whatever you are going through. Experience awareness beyond identity is the beautiful way to release all that, right? Feel that acceptance towards everything that you are conditioning, that anything that you are rejecting in your life today. See, I have a particular situation I'm going through right now. I don't want to accept it. Something that happened in the past, something that is happening even now, right? In the near moment, something happened to me. I don't want to accept it, right? What happens when you don't accept it is your identity grows. Your false identity grows. When your false identity grows, suffering grows. So if I want to be in the true self-love, I want to really accept what I need to do. You need to feel that acceptance towards that situation, towards that moment. I will feel, just say, I feel from my heart space that I really want to accept this situation as it is. Whatever happened, happened. I want to move on, right? Understand the true self-love, where it comes from, right? Your shift does not come from your self judgment or self complaint or self conflict. The shift comes from your self acceptance. Keep that in your, you know just write it down, right? It comes from your self acceptance. So don't try to force these things, right? These things will naturally come to you as you start to practice it, as you become more and more aware. Again, meditation is a must. Don't drop the meditation. Do it every day, 3 times, 3 hours. So as we conclude, right, today, I want to give you this, right? You are not what you think you are. Remember this. You are not what you think you are. You are the awareness that knows it, who you are, right? And that awareness is pure love. Because we spoke about self love today, I wanted to close out with that awareness is the pure love, right? So we took little longer today, but I'm going to open it up for questions. Sushma madam.
Yes, sir. There is one message in the chat. What I don't identify and word it, I identified and word it and accepted myself truly.
It's a
It was
statement.
in reaction to what you said, sir. After the self reflection, you asked us to make a note, like you asked us
Okay.
to
Put it on
make a
top.
note, right? So
Okay.
I just kept it.
Okay.
That's all.
It's a statement. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry for asking in between, but can you repeat the last sentence that you are not what you think you are? You are the awareness
That knows it.
that knows it.
That
Thank
knows
you.
it. And that awareness is pure love. Let's end also with that, right? Awareness is because today's session was self-love. So any other questions?
Is there any questions? Can you please raise your hand?
Yes, Anil sir, I have question.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
don't know, everybody has the same feeling during this 7 days. I have every day is a different moods, and one day is like completely blank, and it's like, oh, what is this life? Is this no, that's it? Like that's one day like high energies and do something, go for, I mean, do something in your project like that. It's different variations happening. Is it for everybody? I don't know.
It is normal, madam. The session, if you read the expectations of the session, do's and don'ts, right? Or the first day, what we spoke about, a lot of things are going to come out for all of you because you are becoming aware. When you are becoming aware, there will be cleansing and healing happening in your emotional space, in your mental space, in your physical space. A lot of things are going to happen. Some things that you have been carrying for a long, long time, those things are going to come out now and they're going to release, right? That's the whole idea of healing and transformation. So it is natural that you have those mood swings, you have those things coming. One day you have an extremely great experience, other day you just lost it in the weeds of it. It is all lost it in the sense, hey, things have happened, but I'm not able to really connect it, right? So it is okay with that. And sometimes it may happen instantaneously because you are fully aware and you are doing it, you are following it, and you are there. And some days in one of the sessions, you may not have that experience. But that doesn't mean that you don't know, right? Now that you understood what it is, you can always reflect back and then see what is that I am holding, whether it is a fear, guilt, whatever it is. You don't have to go through the trauma. Second thing, you don't have to go through the medical side of it, right? These are some things that, because psychosomasis means you can work on your mental layer, you can work on your emotional layer, which obviously will make your physical layer work better, right? Or best. So, it helps you in so many different ways as to how you look at yourself. But it is very natural that every day you will have a different type of experience because we're touching different things.
Yeah, yeah, that's thank you, sir. That's what even I thought. Just want to confirm. Yeah.
Gayatri garu, can you please unmute yourself?
Sure. I want to talk about even I can experience the negative sensations in the body. But today I was only experiencing positive sensations. Do I have to identify with the positive sensations, or the same way we drop the negative sensations also, do we have to drop the positive sensations? Because I feel like some kind of bliss. I don't know whether it is bliss or not. There is no thoughts, just such a calm, serene state. Is this my mind is tricking?
I don't know. I don't know. If you are in the awareness, then that's it. That's it. That is how it is supposed to be. Awareness means it's very calm, very peaceful, and you are like in a blissful state, ecstasy. All that is the outcome of that awareness. So if
Oh,
that's what you experience, then you are there. That's it. You don't have to.
I,
Even if you say go, go, it will not go.
yeah, exactly. It's like I'm in a
Don't go.
spa,
Yeah, that's it.
like in an oasis or something like that. Somebody is like a baby in the womb of the mother, like nothing is bothering. So I want to confirm it with you. Okay.
Yes, yes,
That
that's
is what is okay. Thank you.
awareness is detached from everything. So you are just there. That's it.
Navya, yeah, can you please go ahead?
Yeah. So you said told us to do meditate on whatever we don't like in ourselves, right? Accept that thing, whether it is resist anything that we don't like in ourselves. So when we are in that awareness and because awareness is a self-love, what you said. So, but how do we improve the thing which we don't like in ourselves, right? If we accept, if we are accepting that, then where is the point of not like improving it?
See, acceptance means you are first agreeing that, okay, there is something there that I need to work on, right? That is if you are keep fighting it, you're going to strengthen it, right? See, I don't like my, whatever, right? I'm wearing a jeans pant. I don't like my jeans pant. I'm keep saying I don't like it. I don't like it. Is he going to fix it? No. First of all, I need to accept, okay, for today, this is how it's going to be. Let me accept it. From tomorrow, I'm not going to wear this. I'm going to find something. So acceptance is about taking that responsibility to say that, okay, this is happening to me. Okay, let me acknowledge it. Okay, let me take it. And then now I will start to look at it, what needs to come, right? Most of the time, what happens, you don't allow it. You are conditioning your system by saying that you keep telling yourself, I give you a classic example, right? You wanted to go out, and then you keep telling yourself, I don't want to go out, I don't want to go out. You tell that 10 times and you see what happens. You won't be able to go out. Your legs won't support it. Because you commanded it so many times, I don't want to go out, I don't want. Your system started recognizing it, and it will say, okay, let me, maybe that's what he wants. She doesn't want to go. Let me just create some wrinkle there. That she'll just sit. So she'll, you'll like have something, and then you'll sit. So acceptance is all about not trying to fight it. Acceptance is recognizing that this is not going in your favor or going in favor, not in favor or in favor. You are saying that I'm going to accept it. Okay, I want to be very slim, but I'm not slim. I accept it. I don't fight it.
You
There is no
accept
point
it,
in
but like
fighting.
how you have to improve, right? To
I will.
to
You
get
will.
to slim.
First you accept it. Then what happens? There is no conflict. There is no negativity happening there, right? As the nature has given you, you have taken it up. Now you say that, okay, if you want to improve, then you use your free will to improve. If you say that what nature has given, I'm okay with it, it's okay with it. But if you try to conflict it, what happens? You are creating a positive to negative, and then negative will always go up at some point, right? That's how the universe works. Negativity, the intensity of the negativity is more than positive.
Yeah. Thanks.
No more questions, sir. So can we?
I think
Question?
Shraddha
Oh,
ma'am
there
has.
is one more. Yeah,
Okay.
please go ahead.
Sir, the main point here that you are trying to understand to us is awareness is everything, because the reason of suffering, pain, identity, ego, everything is all about the lack of awareness.
Correct.
So our goal is just once we are able to aware, that is the awareness itself is a self-love or conscious selfness. So I think that is the main purpose that you are trying to give us, like we should be aware to increase our frequency and all. The main point is to learn, we should learn the awareness, right?
Correct. That is
To
the
do
truth
all
healing.
this healing and everything. Okay.
When
Thank
you
you.
are in that state of awareness, healing happens, transformation happens, self mastery comes from that, and you become what you are looking for. Enlightenment also comes from that state. So it is important that awareness is the root of everything, and which will take you to the fruit of everything.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. We get started.
Yeah, meditation, we can start.
Okay, let's start meditation, masters. Just close your eyes. Now, again, breath is a beautiful way to bring back your awareness. Whatever you have direct experience now, you have experienced only a glimpse of it based upon a particular condition, particular medium, right? Now, with the breath, you can be in that state of awareness for a long, long time. You realize that, okay, this is what it is, right? So let us take the opportunity now, sit very comfortably, bring your attention to your normal, natural breath. Don't force it. Let it happen. I'm trusting that you are all making notes that you can refer to, because a lot of the conversation that we had is on the truth. It is not easy to remember outside of these sessions. So once the sessions are over, it's hard for you to come back to that unless you have written it so that you can recall these opportunities to go into that state of awareness. Close your eyes, bring your attention to your normal natural breath. As you bring it, observe yourself, the breath, very gently. No judgments, no conflicts, no questions whatsoever. Just be in that state. Become that. Observe very gently, return to breath as needed. Just tell yourself you do nothing, you want nothing, and you are nothing. Just become empty. For now, let it go. All the roles you play, the memories, the identities, everything, let it go. Just you and your breath. That's it. Let us become that breath and become, get into the divine oneness. Be with the breath, my dear masters. Be with the breath. Be with the breath.